Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, April 5th, 2024. Today we're going to recap the NIT Final and look ahead to the Final Four games in each of the men and the women's. NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, soccer, golf, NASCAR, Formula One, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start the NIT Final. That was actually a really good game last night. So we'll touch on that, and then we will look ahead to men's and women's Final Four. Seton Hall beats Indiana State 79-77 to win the NIT championship. So good for Seton Hall going out there and trying to prove a point. And Indiana State had a good run. Now the question is what happens next with Indiana State's coach. And there are some rumors about Shaheem Holloway going to Louisville, but it's not true. That's Pat Kelsey. So looks like Seton Hall will still have their coach, and we'll see what happens in Indy State's coach after this. So congrats to Seton Hall, Indiana State, really good season. But Seton Hall closes that game on an 8-0 run. And ends up winning the NIT title. Okay, now we'll do the men's Final Four. It all begins for the men tomorrow night, 6 o'clock on CBS. Ian Eagle, Bill Rafferty, Grant Hill, and Tracy Wolfson on the call. Your South Region winner, NC State, 11 seed, and your Midwest Region winner, 1 seed, Purdue. My projections here are Purdue by a whopping 17.5, total 150 and 3/5. And it is 9.5 and 146.5. I'm going to lay to 9.5 with Purdue. I think they win this by double digits. I think the Cinderella story of NC State and DJ Burns comes to an end here. So I'm going to lay the 9.5 with Purdue against NC State. Then 8:49 on TBS. Your 4th seed from the West Region, Alabama, and your 1 seed from the East Region, UConn. Men's UConn 10.5, total 158 and a 5th, and it's 11.5 and 161.5. I like the under. I think that's a wee too high. And I think that UConn's defense can get some stops on Bama. So I'm going to take the under 161.5 between Alabama and UConn. All right, the women's Final Four. Should be a lot of fun this weekend. And that all starts tonight, 7 o'clock on ESPN. You have South Carolina, a 1 seed, and an NC State, a 3 seed. So South Carolina was in the Albany region. Albany 1 and NC State was Portland 4. South Carolina's giving 11.5, totals 139.5. This is a hard one, but I'm going to take NC State to cover. I know South Carolina is really good, but South Carolina, low-key, has been letting their opponents back in these games sometimes. I'm going to take NC State plus the points to cover. And then 9 o'clock on ESPN, arguably the dream Final Four matchup. Number 3 seed UConn, 1 seed Iowa. Iowa was in the 2 quadrant in Albany, and UConn was in the 3 quadrant in Portland. Paige Beckers against Caitlin Clark. You've never seen a better matchup between 2 players. Iowa's giving 2.5 totals, 162.5. This is hard. These are my 2 favorite players in this sport, and they're going up against each other. I low-key wish it was Beckers against South Carolina and an NC State against Clark, and then we would have had that possibility in the title game. But let's face it, seeding aside, South Carolina's the best team left and NC State's the worst team left. And Iowa and UConn are the second and third best teams left. So, my play for this one, I want to lay it with Iowa and Caitlin Clark, but I'm going to take the under. Maybe there's supporting cast players and missed shots, and I just think that total is too high, so I like under 162.5. Sunday will be the championship game for the women's. I believe that game will be at night, probably 7 o'clock on ESPN or ABC. It will say on the schedule what time that game will be on Sunday. The women's NIT title game is Saturday. So 3 o'clock on ABC and ESPN, so it's a double. So that makes sense to do it in a matinee time so it doesn't interfere with Idol. So the Women's National Championship, 3 o'clock, ABC and ESPN. I'm going to say it's South Carolina against Iowa. Should be a really good game. I think that South Carolina's the better team, but Caitlin Clark's the best player on the court, and I think Caitlin Clark and this Iowa team it's similar to Purdue in the men's side with the motivation after losing. And I think that Iowa had their scare against West Virginia, and then they rallied and they had a little scare against LSU. And then I just think that this team's on a mission. So I'm going to predict that the Iowa Hawkeyes pull off the upset of South Carolina and win the 2024 NCAA Women's National Championship. Okay, now we'll move on to the NBA. We will recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Sixers over the Heat, 109-105. Knicks over the Kings, 120-109 as they snapped their 3-game losing streak. Mavs over the Hawks, 109-95. Warriors over the Rockets, 133-110. Clippers over the Nuggets, 102-100. As Nikola Jokic misses a 3 at the buzzer. 7 o'clock, Magic Hornets. I have the Magic by 10.5. And it is 12 and 206.5. Under. Thunder Pacers. My line is the Pacers 4.25. It's 5.5, 233.5. That's another under. No SGA. To me, it's like an auto under. Blazers Wizards. My line's the Wizards by 1/4, and it's 2.5 and 222. I'll take Portland getting the 2.5. 7:30 NBA TV. Kings Celtics. My line is the Celtics by 12. And it's 10 and 226. I'll lay the 10 with Boston. 8 o'clock Knicks Bulls. My line's the Bulls by 3.5. And it is 1.5 and 212. Under. Heat Rockets. My line's the Rockets by 1. And it is Heat by 2.5. Total 215. I'm going to take Houston plus the points plus 120 outright. They're due. Pistons, Grizzlies. Mine's the Grizzlies by 1. It's 1.5 and 211.5. Under. Raptors, Bucks. My line's the Bucks by a whopping 21.5, and it's 15.5 and 227. I'll lay the points. Spurs, Pelicans. My line's the Pelicans 13.5, and it's 11 and 219. I'll take Wemby and the Spurs getting the points. 8:30, Warriors, Mavericks. My line's the Mavs by 5, and it's 5.5 and 228. I like the over. 10 o'clock NBA TV, T-Wolves, Suns. Mine's the T-Wolves by 1. And it's Suns by 4, total 217. Oh. No Towns. But Towns wasn't on the injury report, which is weird. I'll take Minnesota plus the points for now. And 10:30, Jazz, Clips. My line's the Clips by 12.5. And it's 13 and 223. I'll take the over. Saturday, 3:30, Cavs, Lakers. 7 o'clock, Pistons, Nets. 8 o'clock, Sixers, Grizzlies. 9 o'clock, Hawks, Nuggets. Sunday, 3:30, NBA TV, Rockets, Mavericks. Cavs, Clippers. 5 o'clock, Heat, Pacers. 6 o'clock, Blazers, Celtics. Thunder, Hornets. Bulls, Magic. Wizards, Raptors. Pelicans, Suns. 7 o'clock, NBA TV, Knicks, Bucks. Sixers, Spurs. 7:30, Kings, Nets. 8:30, Jazz, Warriors. And 10 o'clock, NBA TV, T-Wolves, Lakers. And no games on Monday because of the national title game, which is smart. All right, now move on to the NHL. We will recap yesterday and look ahead to tonight's and the weekend's hockey. Lightning over to Habs 7-4. Panthers over to Sens 6-0. Pens over to Caps 4-1. Bruins over to Hurricanes 4-1. Isles over to Blue Jackets 4-2. Preds over to Blues 6-3. Avs over to Wild 5-2. Jets over to Flames 5-2. Kings over to Sharks 2-1. All right, tonight's game, small window. 7 o'clock, Flyers, Sabres from Buffalo. Huge game, obviously, for Philly. They're not even favored. Buffalo's favored -120. Philly's even money over under 6.5. Overs +108. Unders -132. Flyers +1.5 is -245. Sabres -1.5 is +98. Now I'm going to be betting on teams that need the win and are desperate. So I have to take the Flyers at even money. Rangers, Red Wings. Rangers -146. Detroit +122. Over under 6.5. Overs +110. Unders -134. Rangers -1.5 is +164. Red Wings +1.5 is -200. The Red Wings are another desperate team. They are one back of the Islanders for the wild card. The East wild card for the last spot. I mean, really, it's the last wild card and third in the Metro. It's really Pittsburgh can finish third in the Metro. Like, can't rule that out. That's insane. So that is a 5 teams for 2 spots, but Detroit can only get 1. So must win for the Red Wings. I'm going to take them at +122. Capitals, Hurricanes. Canes -275. Caps +220. Over under 5.5. Overs -132. Unders +108. Caps +1.5 and Canes -1.5 is -110 each way. The Capitals need the game. I'm not going to take them outright. I'm going to take them on the puck line because I think there's a reason the numbers are what they are. So I'm going to take the Capitals +1.5 at -110. But then again, it's also a sort of must for the Canes because if the Rangers lose to Detroit, Canes win. The Canes are within 3 of the Rangers for first. 9 o'clock, Avalanche, Oilers. That is probably the game of the night. Oilers -126. Avs +105. Over under 6.5. Overs -130. Unders +106. Avs +1.5 is -120. Oilers -1.5 is +180. Meanwhile, on the west side, Edmonton's yet to clinch. So they're going to make the playoffs. Barring a catastrophic collapse in a Kings run. So the one team that could be... Actually, no, the West playoffs are pretty much set. But the seeding isn't set. And Colorado's still playing for a division crown. And because of that, I'm taking the Avalanche at +105. 10 o'clock, Golden Knights, Coyotes. Vegas minus 176. Arizona plus 146. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 110. Unders minus 134. Vegas minus 1.5 is plus 138. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 166. I like the over at plus money. And last but not least, Kraken Ducks. Kraken minus 178. The Ducks are plus 146. Over under 5.5. Minus 110 each way. Kraken minus 1.5 is plus 140. Ducks plus 1.5 is minus 170. I like the over in that one too. Saturday's busy. 1 o'clock on ABC, Lightning Penguins. That's a big one. 3:30 on ABC, Panthers Bruins. That is probably the best game of the weekend. 3:30 Stars Blackhawks. 4 o'clock Jets Wild. 6 o'clock Blues Sharks. 7 o'clock Leafs Habs. Devils Senators. Flyers Blue Jackets. 7:30 Predators Islanders. 10 o'clock Oilers Flames. And the Canucks against the Kings. Sunday 1 o'clock on TNT of the Sabres at the Red Wings. 3:30 Wild Blackhawks. 5 o'clock Blue Jackets Hurricanes. 6 o'clock Senators Capitals. Coyotes Sharks. 7 o'clock Predators Devils. Habs Rangers. 8 o'clock Blues Ducks. And 10 o'clock on ESPN. Ooh, Stars Avalanche is a really good game too. So we have 2 kick-ass games this weekend. Stars Avs and Panthers Bruins on Saturday. All right, Major League Baseball. We'll go over the small window from yesterday, and then we'll go ahead to today's pretty big window in the weekend. We have some home openers to talk about as well. All right, yesterday, Game 1 doubleheader. Tigers over the Mets 6-3 and 11. Pirates over the Nats 7-4. Guardians over the Twins 4-2. Cardinals over the Marlins 8-5. So the Marlins are still winless. Mets over the Tigers 2-1 on a walk-off single by Tyrone Taylor. And the Royals over the White Sox 10-1. That game was 2-1 in the 7th, and the Royals just kicked ass at the end. All right, today, 1 o'clock, A's Tigers. So the Tigers have their home opener after a nice 5-1 start. Granted, it was the Mets and the White Sox. And the one loss was a walk-off, so you could argue they're an Alonso homer away from being 6-0. So the Tigers are minus 245. The A's are 2-1. Over under 7.5. Overs plus 102. Unders minus 124. A's plus 1.5 is minus 108. Tigers minus 1.5 is minus 111. I'm laying the minus 1.5 with the Tigers. They're better than the A's. So I'm laying the puck or the run line. And Blue Jays Yankees. Yusei Kikuchi and Marcus Stroman. Yanks are minus 162. The Blue Jays are plus 136. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Jays plus 1.5 is minus 146. Yankees minus 1.5 is plus 122. I feel like Yankee Stadium's going to be a party. 6-1. They're an impressive 6-1, unlike the Tigers, who beat the awful White Sox and the New York Mets, a.k.a. the Mets. So, and like I said, they, in that first extra inning game could have went the Mets' way. So, the Yankees more impressive, obviously, sweep over the Astros in 2 out of 3 against the reigning NL champion Diamondbacks. So, Yankees have the more impressive start. It's not even close. And plus, they have Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, and the Tigers don't. So, don't feel good about it, but I'm taking the over. And that's because I think the Yankee offense will continue to have success against this is lesser competition in terms of pitching with Kikuchi, but I think this is an over game. But it's like, I'm going to say it's like a 6-3 Yankees win, so I'm going to say over. 220 Dodgers Cubs. Bobby Miller and Kyle Hendricks. The Dodgers are minus 184. The Cubs are plus 154 over under 5.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 105. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 114. Ooh, I'm going to go with the under, but I don't feel good about it. 4 o'clock, Rays Rockies. Is this the Rockies home opener? I think it is. Zach Little and Austin Gomber. The Rays are minus 176. The Rockies are plus 148 over under 12.5. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Rays minus 1.5 is minus 118. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 102. Keep fading the bad teams. Not that I don't think the Rays are awesome, but they should win this game by multiple runs. So I'm going to lay the run line with the Rays. All of a sudden, an intriguing game. Orioles-Pirates. Pirates 6-1. Again, not as impressive as the Yankees because they played the all of a sudden bad tanking Marlins and the Nationals who are bad. So that's not an impressive 6-1. I'm sorry. It's just not as impressive as the Yankees. Grayson Rodriguez and Jared Jones. Orioles -136. The Pirates +116 over under 8 -110 each way. O's -1.5 is +128. Pirates +1.5 is -154. This is a prove-it series for Pittsburgh. I kind of think they're going to win this game, though, based on the line. I'm going to take the Pirates against the O's, but I don't feel good about it. +116. And I just kind of poured cold water on the Pirates start because they beat the Marlins and the Nationals, who both stink. 4:30, the Padres and the Giants. Dylan Cease and Jordan Hicks. Is this the Giants home opener? Yes. Because I played, I think they played at San Diego and at the Dodgers. So this is their home opener. And this is Pittsburgh's home opener, too. Padres -102, Giants -116, over under 7.5, overs -122, unders even money. Padres -1.5 is +68, Giants +1.5 is -2.5. I'm taking the Padres on the road, -102. I don't love Jordan Hicks in the rotation. 6:40 on Apple TV Plus, Mets Reds. Jose Quintana and Hunter Green. Reds -120, Mets +102, over under 9, overs -102, unders -120. Mets +1.5 is -192, Reds -1.5 is +158. I like the over. 6:45, Phillies Nationals. Aaron Nola, Patrick Corbin. Phils -184, Nats +154, over under 8.5, overs -115, unders -105. Phillies -1.5 is -115. Nats +1.5 is -104. Oh, I like the over. I was going to take Phillies run line, but I think the over's the better and safer play. 7:20, D-backs Braves. Is this the Braves home opener? Yes, because the Braves played at Philly and at White Sox. Spencer Strider, Tommy Henry. So the Braves are -275. The D-backs are +225, over under 9. Overs -1, unders -112. D-backs +1.5 is +114. Braves -1.5 is -137. I like the under. That's too high. 7:30, White Sox Royals. Eric Feed and Brady Singer. Royals -180. White Sox +152, over under 8.5. Overs -106. Unders -114. White Sox +1.5 is -140. Royals -1.5 is +116. Tough one. Over, but I don't feel good about it. 8 o'clock on Apple TV Plus, Astros Rangers. This is probably the best series of the weekend. Hunter Brown and Cody Bradford. Astros -138. The Rangers are +118, over under 9.5, -10 each way. Astros -1.5 is +114. Rangers +1.5 is -137. Tough one. I'm going to go with the over, but I don't feel good about it. Mariners Brewers. Brewers -118. Mariners even money, over under 7.5. Overs -102. Unders -120. Mariners -1.5 is +172. Brewers +1.5 is -210. I think this is a classic. Why are the Brewers favored and people would be betting on the Mariners? Give me the Brewers at -118. And then 9:30, you have the Red Sox at the Angels. Cutter Crawford and Griffin Canning. Angels -116. Red Sox -102, over under 8.5. Overs -112. Unders -108. Red Sox -1.5 is +162. Angels +1.5 is -196. Over. I mean, I don't know who to take in terms of a straight up because the line's so close, but I think that's an over no-brainer. All right, Saturday, 1 o'clock, A's Tigers. Paul Blackburn, Kenta Maeda. 2 o'clock, Guardians Twins. Carlos Carrasco, Joe Ryan. 2:15, Marlins Cardinals. Trevor Rogers, Steven Matz. 4 o'clock, O's Pirates. Tyler Wells, Bailey Falter. Fox Sports 1, Dodgers Cubs. Yoshi Yamamoto, Jordan Wicks. Phil's Nats, Ranger Suarez, and Jake Irving. 7 o'clock, Blue Jays Yankees, Kevin Gausman, Clark Schmidt. Almost said Texans. Astros Rangers, JP France, John Gray. White Sox Royals, Chris Flexen, Michael Wacha. Mariners Brewers, Bryce Miller, DL Hall. 7:20 D-backs Braves, Brendan Pfaadt and Max Fried. 8 o'clock Rays Rockies, Tyler Alexander, Ryan Feltner. 9 o'clock Padres Giants, Michael King and Keaton Wynn. And the 9:30 Red Sox Angels, Garrett Whitlock and Reed Detmers. All right, Sunday 1:30 Blue Jays Yankees, Bowden Francis and Luis Gill. D-backs Braves, Ryan Nelson, Chris Sale. O's Pirates, Dean Kremer and Marco Gonzalez. Phillies Nats, Christopher Sanchez and Mackenzie Gore. Mets Reds, Sean Manaea, Andrew Abbott. A's Tigers, Joe Boyle, Jack Flaherty. 2 o'clock White Sox Royals, Garrett Crochet, Alec Marsh. Guardians Twins, Tristan McKenzie and Bailey Ober. Mariners Brewers, Emerson Hancock and Colin Rea. 2:15 Marlins Cards, Max Meyer, Carl Gibson. Dodgers Cubs at 2:20, Gavin Stone and Shota Imanaga. 3 o'clock Rays Rockies, Ryan Papuai and Dakota Hudson. Padres Giants at 4 o'clock, Matt Waldron, Logan Webb. Red Sox Angels, Tanner Houck and Chase Silseth. And then Sunday Night Baseball, 7 o'clock on ESPN, Astros Rangers. That's another reason why the women's title game's during the day. I forgot about Sunday Night Baseball. Ronel Blanco and Dane Dunning. Blanco obviously coming off the no-hitter. We'll see how he does there. And if the Cubs are a dog against the Dodgers on Sunday, I'm taking them. All right, soccer. We'll go over the results from soccer from yesterday and look ahead to what should be a busy weekend ahead. So, Premier League. Yesterday, Liverpool over Sheffield United 3-1 and Chelsea over Man United 4-3. Saturday, 7:30, Crystal Palace Man City. 10 o'clock, Aston Villa Brentford. Everton Burnley. Fulham Newcastle. Luton Bournemouth. Wolves West Ham. 12:45, Brighton Arsenal. And then Sunday, 10:30, Man United Liverpool. 12:30, Sheffield United and Chelsea. And then Tottenham Nottingham Forest Sunday at 1 o'clock. La Liga, Valencia over Granada 1-0. Then they have a week off. Dutch Eredivisie. FC Volendam and Feyenoord 0-0 draw. RKC Woolwich, Almere City 0-0 draw. Ajax Go Ahead Eagles 1-1 draw. Saturday 10:30 Sparta Heracles. 12:45 PSV AZ Alkmaar. 2 o'clock PEC Zwolle and Excelsior. And 3 o'clock FC 20 and Fortuna. Sunday 6:15 Vitesse NEC. 8:30 Feyenoord Ajax. Go Ahead Eagles Almere City. 10:45 FC Volendam RKC Waldwijk. And 2 o'clock Heerenveen and FC Utrecht. Bundesliga today, 2:30 at Frankfurt and Bremen. Frankfurt minus 140, Bremen plus 360, draw plus 280. Under 2.5 goals at plus 116. Saturday, 9:30, Heidenheim Bayern. Union Berlin Leverkusen, Cologne Bochum, Mainz Darmstadt, Freiburg RP Leipzig, and 12:30 Dortmund Stuttgart. And then Sunday, 9:30 Hoffenheim Augsburg, and 11:30 Wolfsburg Gladbach. Serie A today, 2:45 Salernitana and Sassuolo. Sassuolo plus 115, Salernitana plus 220, and the draws plus 240. I'm going with Sassuolo as a slight road favorite at plus 115. Saturday, 9 o'clock, Milan Lecce, 12 o'clock, AS Roma Lazio, and 2:45 Empoli and Torino. Sunday, 6:30 Frosinone Bologna, 9 o'clock Monza Napoli, 12 o'clock Cagliari Atalanta, Verona Genoa, and 2:45 Juventus and Fiorentina. League One, 3 o'clock, Lille and Marseille. Lille plus 105, Marseille plus 280, draw plus 220. I'm going to go with Lille at plus 105. Liga MX tonight, 9 o'clock. Mazatlan Unam. Oh, we forgot to do French League One for the rest of the weekend. So Saturday, 11 o'clock, Lens and Le Havre AC, 3 o'clock, PSG Clermont Foot. Sunday, 7 o'clock, Brest Metz, 9 o'clock, Montpellier Lorient. Reims Nice. Toulouse Strasbourg at 9:11, Monaco Rennes, and 2:45, Nantes Lyon. All right, now League MX, Friday, 9 o'clock, Mazatlan and Unam. So Mazatlan plus 105, Unam plus 165, the draws plus 240. I'm going to go with Mazatlan plus 145 at home. And then 11 o'clock, Tijuana Necaxa. Tijuana minus 120, Necaxa 3-1, the draws plus 260. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at minus 102. Saturday, 7 o'clock, Leon Querétaro. 9 o'clock, Tigres Pachuca. Guadalajara Puebla. 11 o'clock, Cruz Azul Monterrey. And Santos America. Sunday, 2 o'clock, Toluca Atlas. And 8 o'clock, Athletic San Luis and Juarez. And the Saudi Pro League, 3 o'clock, Al Ittihad and Al Tawoun. I'm going to say Ittihad wins that one. Al Khalij and Al Hilal. I'm going to go with Al Hilal. Al Wada and Al Ali. I'm going to go with Al Ali. And then Damak and Al Nasser. Al Nasser should win that. And then tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Al Ittifaq and Al Riyadh. And then Al Tai and Al Shabab. And then Sunday, 3 o'clock, Abba and Al Fateh. Al Faya and Al Akdod. And then Al Raid and Al Hazaim. All right, MLS this weekend. So tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., Columbus, DC United, Cincy Red Bulls, Miami, Colorado, New England, Charlotte, NYCFC Atlanta. That's going to be, I wonder where that, playing at Red Bulls? City Field. Huh. Vancouver, Toronto, 7:45 LAFC in the Galaxy, 8:30 Austin, San Jose, Chicago, Houston, Mini Salt Lake, Nashville, Philly, St. Louis, Dallas, and then 10:30 Seattle, CF Montreal. And then Sunday, 1:45 is KC, Portland. And then no Women's League for a while. And then USL tonight, you have 8:30 of Tulsa and Phoenix. Let's see if there's a line posted for that. Yes, Tulsa plus 155, Phoenix plus 135, the draws plus 260. I'm going to go with the draw plus 260. Saturday, 2 o'clock, Detroit, North Carolina. Hartford, Miami on CBS. Louisville, Indy, XI. Memphis, Orange County, 7 o'clock, Pittsburgh, Tampa, 7:30, Rhode Island, Charleston, 8 o'clock, Colorado, Sacramento, 9 o'clock, New Mexico, El Paso, 10 o'clock, Oakland, Monterrey, Bay, and 10:30, Las Vegas and San Antonio. And then Sunday at 5 o'clock, you have Birmingham and Loudoun. All right, the ELC. Today at 3 o'clock, you have Rotterdam and Plymouth. Plymouth minus 120, Rotterdam plus 310, the draws plus 250. We're going to do over 2.5 goals at minus 106. All right, Saturday, 7:30, Norwich City, Ipswich, 10 o'clock, Blackburn, Southampton, Cardiff, Hull, Coventry, Leeds, Huddersfield, Millwall, Leicester, Birmingham, Borough, Swansea, QPR, Sheffield, Wednesday, Stoke, West Brom, Sunderland, and Watford, Preston. And then the last thing I want to see is the Premiership. Yup, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, Dundee, Motherwell, Hibernian, St. Johnstone, Kilmarnock, Ross County, Livingston, Aberdeen, and St. Marion Hearts. And then Sunday's Rangers, Celtic. That's a really good Scottish Premiership game. So there you have it for soccer. Now move on to golf. We'll look at the current leaderboard for the Valero Texas Open, which is the week before the Masters. All right, your leader right now at the score of 9 under is Ashke Bahita. Tied for second with 6 under is Justin Lauer, Brendan Todd. Tied for fourth with 4 under, Max Homa, Dylan McCarthy, Tyson Alexander, and Austin Eckroat. Tied for eighth with 3 under, Harry Springer, Ben Griffin, Matthias Schmid, Rory McIlroy, Ryan Henley, Adam Svensson, Bronson Burgeon, Kevin Chappell, Peter Quest. Tied for 17th with 2 under, Colin Morikawa, Ryan Moore, Corey Connors, Evan Van Rooyen, J.B. Holmes, Zach Johnson, Ryan Fox, Davis Thompson, Harrison Endicott, Lucas Glover, Alejandro Jork, John Kim, Jorge Campillo. Tied for 30th with 1 under, Taylor Pendrith, Matt McNeely, Brian Harman, Matt Fitzpatrick, Troy Meredith, Doug Gim, Davis Lipsky, Chandler Phillips, Ben Silverman, Rio Hisatune, Martin Laird, Ben Martin, Robbie Shelton, Tyler Duncan, Tommy Fleetwood, Nate Hardy, Camilo Vegas, Adam Schenk, C.T. Pond, Kevin Strillman, Pearson Cootie, and Rico Hoey. Now do notables. Tied for 52nd at even, Adam Putnam, Aaron Ray, Nicholas Hodarch at Rady, Ludwig Gaberg, Harry English, Charlie Hoffman, Victor Norman, Ben Taylor, Dylan Woot, Parker Cootie, Kevin Doherty, Alex Baddeley, Nate Lashley, Joseph Brumlett, Grayson Murray, Scott Stevens, Grayson Higo, CAU, Callum Tarrant, Trevor Whitney, Victor Perez, Mac Meisner. Tied for 80th with 1 over, Vincent Willey, Jonathan Vegas, Andrew Novak, Mark Hubbard, Michael Kim, Matt Kuchar, Adam Scott, J.J. Spawn, Seamus Power, Grayson Sieg, Eric Barnes, Paul Barjan, Hayden Buckley, Webb Simpson, Lucas Hodges, Jordan Spieth, Hideki Matsuyama, Stuart Sink, Chasen Hadley, Tom Kim, Harry Hall, Kristen Ziedenhout, S.H. Kim, Alex Noren. Tied for 106 with 2 over, Roger Sloan, Eric Cole, Jimmy Walker, Bu Hostler, Paul Fishburne, Alex Mully, Kevin Kisner, Ben Coles. Tied for 120th with 3 over, Ryan Palmer, Yichen Yuan, Davis Riley, Brett Horschel, Keith Mitchell, Chesra V, D.A. Skins. Tied for 133rd with 4 over, Brent Snecker, Chris Goddard, Brandon Wu, Raja Campos, Ricky Fowler. 138th with 5 over, Cam Champ, Kyung-Gu Lee, Andrew Landry, Adam Long, Carson Young. 145th with 6 over, Lucas Donald, Zach Blair. 148th with 7 over, Matthew Neesmith. 150th with 8 over, Sam Ryder. 151st with 10 over, Nicholas Echevarria. And 3 withdrew, Patrick Rogers, Taylor Montgomery, and Trevor Crow. Okay, now move on to NASCAR. We will preview and predict the races this weekend. So the Truck Series is tonight in Martinsville. Should be an interesting race. My pick for this race is going to be, we'll go with Ben Rhodes at 14-1 to win the Long John Silver's 200. Xfinity is tomorrow night in Martinsville. And this is the Dude Wipes 250. And for this one, I'm going to go with Brandon Jones at 16-1. And then the Cup Series, last but not least, the annual Cookout 400, which is going to be at 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So for this one, I'm going to go back to the person I picked last week. Brad Keselowski, 17-1. All right, Formula One. All right, so the big story here is, will Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton bounce back after disappointing races in the Australian Grand Prix? So they're in Japan now at the Suzuka circuit. This is going to be at 1 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday night into Sunday. I'm going to say Max bounces back. I'm going to look at the odds. He's minus 550. Sergio Perez is 12-1. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz are each 14-1. Lando Norris is 18. Lewis Hamilton's 50. If anybody has value, I think Lewis Hamilton has value at 50-1. I'm not saying he's going to win the race. I think Max will. But Lewis Hamilton at 50-1 is actually pretty good value. I put Verstappen in with UConn and Purdue, personally. And in South Carolina in the women's. And yeah, Verstappen's a good parlay leg for this weekend. All right, American Idol. Obviously, top 24 begins. They're going to be in Hawaii. Should be a lot of fun as it is all the time. So, the top 24, this is where they perform, and then you get the results. And then, I think the 2-night event is the performances is a 2-night event, and then, or maybe at the end of the Tuesday show, they get the results. We'll see how that plays out. So we have Jordan Anthony, you have Odell Button Jr., you have Naya, Blake Prohl, Tristan Harper, Roman Collins, KB Richards, Jack Blocker, McKenna Breinholt, Mia Matthews, Emmy Russell, Will Mosley, Aji, Keiko, Ellie Marie, Kennedy Reed, K-Blocks, Abby Carter, Jana Elise, Contavious, Haley Mia, Jennifer Jeffries, Julia Gagnon, and Mackenzie Soul. So that's a really good group, and can't wait to see what they sing. My front runner right now to win, I think, is Abby Carter. And if not Abby Carter, I'd say Jordan Anthony has to be in the conversation. And I think there's other people that could get in there as well. Obviously, Julia Gagnon was a platinum ticket. Odell Button, maybe. So there's some good contenders and a lot of talent. Emmy Russell has to be mentioned. So should be a good episode, and we'll recap it on Monday. All right, news and notes. Oh, wait, I put best bet on the rundown. No best bet today. That's my mistake. All right, so last but not least, news and notes. So the big story yesterday, Julius Randle out for the season. He's getting shoulder surgery. This is a big loss for the Knicks. And the Knicks have survived without Randle in the regular season. But I think that he was trying to come back, but he re-injured his shoulder. But the Knicks are denying that. But I think the Knicks are lying to us a little bit. Or they declined comment. That's what it was. So I believe that story. It stinks for Randle. Obviously, this pretty much, I don't want to say ends their hopes of going on a big run. There is good news on OG Anunoby that he's starting to work out a little bit. So maybe they'll get him back for the postseason. They've been okay without Randle, but not great. And yeah, they've had some big wins. I think a lot of that has to do with the heroics of Jalen Brunson and some of the guys that they've picked up recently, whether it's free agency or trades, such as OG when he was healthy, and obviously Dante DiVincenzo, and then the development of Miles McBride has been huge. So there's factors to why the Knicks have survived without Randall. But we'll see. Maybe this is a Ewing theory case. But I doubt it. But that really stinks about Randall. So the Knicks are cautiously optimistic about OG Anunoby's process in elbow rehab, as he's been cleared for contacts. That is great news for the Knicks. And the Knicks are open to talking extension with Jalen Brunson. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, he's on the cheap contract right now. And that's something that should get done before he's a free agent. After the fourth year of that contract. So this is year 2 of Brunson. Next year will be year 3. It was a 4-year deal. So let's see how that goes. And then the Hornets are eyeing 4 candidates as they want to interview assistants from the Celtics, Nuggets, Suns, and Kings. I think that Celtics and Nuggets are the ways to go there for Charlotte. Tari Eason trolled the Warriors, and he wore the wrong shirt in the blowout loss to the Dubs. And that was motivation. And then Eason talking bad about Golden State too. And then back to OG Anunoby, that the Knicks are fine with Anunoby missing the rest of the regular season, as he's likely to play in the postseason. Yeah, so that just tells you that they really don't care about their seeding, but if I'm the Knicks, you try to get the third, because then you dodge the Celtics in the second round. Tyler Herro may return on Friday against the Rockets, which is tonight, after missing 20 games. So that's big for the Heat. We talked about Seton Hall winning the NIT. Oh, this is big news. USC to hire Eric Musselman as he'll leave Arkansas to be the next head coach of the Trojans. That's a really big hire for USC. I like the hire. It's a big name. He had success at Nevada, had success at Arkansas. And now he gets another good challenge going to SC, and he'll be in the Big Ten. DJ Burns, uninterested in football. He has zero interest switching sports with NFL rumors swirling. So, Haley Van Lith enters the WNBA, she enters the portal. And then Daisha Fair of Syracuse declares for the draft. So Taj Boyd and Sammy Watkins announces, or they get told by Dabo Swinney that they were getting put in the Clemson Hall of Fame. So that's awesome. Florida State's motion to dismiss denied, as ruling seen a significant win for the ACC as conference hopes to enforce grant of rights. So that's that. So the Patriots would need a lot more than 3 first-rounders to trade away the number 3 overall pick, as they should. And then Jaden Daniels is having his Patriots meeting early next week. And then they're also hosting Drake May. And then the Raiders are hosting Bo Nix and Michael Penix Jr. Caleb Williams praised as a magician, as a college football coach says the SC would have went 4-8 without Caleb Williams. Probably true because of how bad their defense was. Big news for the Eagles. They extend Jordan Mailata 3 years, $66 million, $48 million guaranteed. So nice extension for him, as he's a big part of that Eagles offensive line. The Buffalo Bills obviously traded Stephon Diggs. We talked about that on the show yesterday. But they denied a Chiefs trade, as they allowed Diggs to seek a trade from anyone in the league except for the Chiefs. That's something. Deshaun Watson confirms he'll be ready to play week 1, so that's good for the Browns. Stephon Diggs is also a free agent after the season, as the Texans wiped out the final 3 years on his deal and gave him a $3.5 million raise for this year. And Stephon Diggs on the Texans will be wearing number 1, which that was Jimmy Ward's number, as he sold his number to Diggs for $100,000. So Matt Rempe posts on Instagram after the big brawl against the Devils. He called it madness, which was funny. So we talked about the Oakland A's playing in San Francisco the next couple years. And Oakland offered A's the final deal, as the city made a 3-year, $60 million lease extension offer with the stipulation for Oakland expansion team. And how about this? The Giants AAA could play in Oakland, as the River Cats may play some games at the Coliseum and Oracle Park to make room for the A's. Alex Bregman likely a free agent in 2025, as they are not close to an extension. There was a fan pressured for an Ohtani ball, as Dodger fan says team pressured her to give up Shohei's first home run ball with the Dodgers. You know that Ohtani and everybody wants that ball to be kept. Let's hope that fan got something for that ball if she gave it up. Actually, I thought we did talk about the Oakland Athletics move on the podcast yesterday. I guess we didn't. So they'll be playing at Sutter Health Park ahead of the Vegas move. Bad news for the Marlins. Yuri Perez out for the year with Tommy John surgery. So 0-8 and the hits keep coming for this team. It's just unfortunate. Hopefully he rests up for next year. So on Monday we're having a solar eclipse, which we don't see very often. And that is actually going to delay the start to the Marlins-Yankees game, as it gets pushed back to 6 o'clock to avoid potential in-game delays. Probably the smart thing to do for the Yankees. Juan Soto gets praised by Aaron Judge, as Judge calls him a game changer. Aaron Judge gets a prime endorsement as he signs a deal with KSI and Logan Paul's hydration company. But here's bad news for the Yankees. Jonathan Loáisiga on the 60-day injury list due to an elbow injury. That is just absolutely brutal news for the Yankees, as they're 6-1, but that's just a bad injury. Loáisiga's been a big part of that bullpen when he's healthy. So they must have known about something, because they did make the deal for that guy Cousins from the White Sox, who gave up a home run in that Diamondbacks game. And then they got Caleb Ferguson, who closed out that third Diamondbacks game for them in extras. So those pickups are a little bigger with this Loáisiga injury, although it doesn't make up for that loss, though. All right, so there you have it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything from the weekend. And then we'll preview the men's title game on Monday. And we'll do a lot more. And I think we'll have Best Bet make its return as well. Hope you guys have a great weekend, everybody.